As you guys can see, we got a breakfast delight going on. I know you guys are wondering, what could it be? What is it?
So this isn't anything I created. It's just like the way that people like to make bagels. This is my favorite way to eat a bagel. You can get them at restaurants. It's actually kind of expensive, but bagels, lox, which is smoked salmon. We throw tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, avocado, I forgot what that was called, and then capers on top, and then just some cream cheese, and that's a wrap.
So what is the name of this?
I mean, I think if you were just to get it at a restaurant, you'd probably just order a bagel and lox. Sometimes we'll just give you a bagel and lox and cream cheese, but other places will like dress it up nicely like this, like we're going to. So this should be honestly like a really like the best way you can eat a bagel, in my opinion.
Well, I think if it doesn't have a name, we call it the Mizuki Bagel.
The Mizuki Bagel.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had this before from him. Super delicious. I'm gonna start making it for everybody I know and take it on as my own. So I appreciate you, James.
Hey, y'all can do the same. So and it's not even cooking. All you're doing is buying the ingredients, chopping it up nicely, and just layering it up. And it's a really nice breakfast you could have, lunch or whatever, and then you know how to do it.
ZCC family, let's get to cooking!
Like an important thing for this is you want all the ingredients to be sliced like thinly and nicely. So I'm down to do the slicing.
I'll do the bagels.
I'll do the bacon.
The bacon.
Yeah, I mean, you see they got me up at the crack of dawn.
It's 11:42.
Okay, but it's the Snoop crack of dawn. No. MJ.
Yeah, that used to be my AIM screen name. You remember that chat services?
Yeah,
I used to think I was about to be the best hooper in the world.
What was your AIM screen name?
You know what's funny? I actually didn't even have AIM, but like all my other friends did. I was late. I didn't make a MySpace, but like Facebook, that's when I hopped on. I was
This boy is 20.
Yeah, I was too busy just like playing sports and playing with my neighbors out in the streets and stuff. I just never was really online.
Yeah, I feel like we were all hooping every single day, 24/7.
Do you have an AIM screen name?
Mr. Stay Your Girl. Look at that.
Was it?
Oh, he was stealing girls at 7. Grab these bagels.
That's the best thing about Chunk. He stay helping us cook. These bagels.
They good to go?
Hot. Jumping out the grease.
Yeah.
First. Oh, we let the cream cheese sit out for a while, so it's easier to spread. If it's right out of the fridge, it's really hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to spread.
Tip by Dalvin.
Yep. So
you want some bagel with that cream cheese?
Yeah. So this is like a treat. I don't typically eat this, but if I'm gonna eat it, we're gonna do it right.
Tri-City is on the phone. Say hello to the ZCC family, Tri-City.
Say hello.
Hey, we got the boy. Yeah, you can put it in any order that you want. I honestly just like switching up the colors. So if we put the red onion right on top of the tomato, it's like red and purple. So we throw the green to add some contrast. Grab a couple of these thinly sliced onions.
You're moving fast for the cameraman.
A few more.
I'm letting y'all know this battery is hectic.
A few pieces of avocado. Okay, so we'll just fan these out on there. And now is where it starts to get good. This is where we get the lox.
Why do they call it lox?
You know, I don't know. That's a good question.
What they do is they use these nets and then they lock them up.
Yeah,
I think so. You're taking all the salmon.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I think
so
they
got
pop,
that.
lock, and
so
drop.
you throw like a good amount on there, and then on the other side, we just
Cream cheese that boy
cream
up.
cheese that boy.
Cheese.
Some capers.
What are
use the other capers first?
So what are capers?
Actually capers, and they're little individual
call them
balls
capers?
of Snoop in there.
Alright, that's what we own. ZCC family, yeah, we already know I don't count one single bit.
Got these, spread those out, and then, I mean, once you throw it all together, oh man, this thing looks beautiful. Catch it with a little bit of
tastes like an olive.
little olive oil drizzle.
Ooh,
There we go.
James.
There we go. Boom, you can throw them on. I'm just gonna throw them on the plate, just like that.
Fire.
And then you bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
All right, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get all of our setup, and then we're gonna get to the dinner table. We got Snoop making his. He's going a different route.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do, so I'm not really a big fan of cucumbers, but when you're messing with the Mizuki, I don't want to change the recipe. And then I will use some baby Robs. Scrapers. These kind of taste like mini olives.
Another one.
No, this is where I want it.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't want to mess with the Mizuki recipe.
No.
The recipe is the same, it's just the order is different. Some onion. Oh man, I shouldn't have messed with the Mizuki recipe. And oh yeah, you see it's falling off the bone? That's exactly why you need to follow the recipe. I like the way the avocado meshes with the cream cheese, and I feel like it's gonna form like a more loving bond if I put them together.
That's how I put some capers on the cream cheese.
It's smoked in apple wood, I can tell. Gap. Everybody did 2, right?
3.
Oh, we did 3?
I don't know if I can go for 3. That looks like a good burger. I'm just cutting these up because the team didn't care about me and they just left me the booty. We're gonna do cucumbers next. Then, what we're gonna do is just add the salmon and do the drizzle. Smoked salmon. The ingredient that brings it all together. Add my little beets, pepperonis.
Oh, that was the smartest way of doing it.
Last but not least, the oil. And what you guys wanna do is drizzle it on ever so slightly.
Drizzle.
That's too much salt.
That's too much, John.
You know, I like to glaze the booty. Nah. All right, ZCC family. We're gonna set this all up and we're gonna get this presented at the mukbang table and dive in for you guys.
What it is, what it do, ZCCCrew, it's your boy Zaddy Chunk Chunk, and we are back again with another banger for you guys today. What kind of banger is this? It's a mother. Today I got the team with me. This is the most you ever seen in one video. It's 4 of us. So I'm really excited. Today, as you guys seen just a couple of seconds ago, we made these, what are they called again, Snoop?
These are the Mizuki bagels.
The Mizuki Bagels. So
named after James Mizuki.
Hey, my God.
So yeah, these are the Mizuki Bagels, so I'm really excited. You guys saw the cooking process, so we're just gonna go ahead and get a prayer, a thumbnail, and then dive in. Father God, I want to thank you for this food that we're about to receive in our body, and I ask that you do please bless this food. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Let's get a thumbnail. Let's get a thumbnail.
We might want to scoot a little.
Scoot James in a little bit.
Yeah, scoot James in a little bit.
This is a new set we're trying, you guys.
We already did a thumbnail.
Yeah, no, but let's get a thumbnail.
Oh, definitely take another piece of bacon.
All right, you guys, let's dive in.
Like Snoop, I know what I'm doing. Hush.
You get your fingers back. Sorry, looks like
So, I don't know what this bagel is called, but James whipped this up first, as you can see, and so there was no name that we know of, so we just decided on the Mizuki.
It's just like a bagel and lox. If you were to get it at a restaurant or something. Oh, it's good, bro.
I'm excited about this new setup. I mean, Try's not here, but we, just working with something. We still have a few things to do to this.
Well, it's gonna be hectic too, because right now this is really tight, and we still got a whole other human to add on.
Yeah, it is nice to get more people in it, though. More minds, more thinking.
Well,
A food is closer. You might want to sit on a taller seat.
for me?
Yeah.
No, I don't mind being short. I know my height.
Oh yeah, I guess it's kind of like real life version of us too.
I can't go for that. But James is the tallest out of all of us right now.
No, I look way too tall. But
Wait till I sit up. Nah.
Who's short? You or Try?
me or Try?
Yeah.
Try's shorter than me.
Oh, he said that with confidence.
Well, I mean, it's not like he's that much shorter, but like, I'm taller than Try.
Would you try it? No.
So what do you guys think of this so far? This is my first time having it. Tastes pretty good.
Mind you, I've only ever had a bagel and cream cheese, so like this whole setup, I'm definitely gonna make Mizuki's at mine.
You ever had a bagel sandwich?
No.
It's pretty good with all like the fresh like vegetables. You like bite through it, you feel the little crunches and.
Wow, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I like it.
And definitely something healthier than our last mukbang.
What was the last one?
Euro?
Yeah, the Euro.
Oh yeah, we went ham at the Euro one.
I ate that whole thing. I was pretty stuffed after.
We've all been like trying to be healthier, you know, especially like when it comes to eating, whether off the camera and stuff like that. Like I know I've lost 12 pounds since I've been here. I'm like, how do you do that when you're mukbanging? I'm like, bro, we get active. Like I've skipped out in the gym for like probably the past week, but I'm still like losing a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Just from everyone being healthy.
I don't know how you've been like consistently getting like leaner. I've been eating a lot, but I've been hitting the gym every day, so
Yeah,
I've
same.
been balancing out.
You ain't getting fed over there?
No, probably because like my girlfriend's not here, so she's not always, you know, cooking me food and making me eat.
She a good cook?
So what about you? Let me just say this. I got COVID last year in May. She made me breakfast. She made me like eggs and bacon, and I ate it, and I was just like, because I couldn't taste it. But I just figured she did a bad job. You know, I'm like, I appreciate you making me breakfast. I didn't say anything. It was so bad. I couldn't taste anything.
Was that when you had COVID?
That's when I had COVID.
Okay, I was like,
But the thing is, I didn't know. So when I was eating the food, like,
Y'all ever date women that can cook?
like really throw it down. I have yet to, man. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, my ex could cook. Like, she could cook real good. I was like always looking forward to dinner and stuff. Like I got to a point because I actually like to cook, but like she was so good at cooking, I was like, I'd rather have what she got to eat. You know, like James. Like when me and James were like staying together, it's like, you know, I can cook, I can add to this, but if James is going to cook, I'm gonna let him handle his business.
I was like, I'm down to cook anyway, so I'm like, I'll just cook.
exactly. So I was thinking, like, in the next cook-off, James cannot be a part of it.
I'm down to be a judge.
He's just too superior of a cook. Or he's more superior of a cook than like the rest of us. Like I consider myself a good cook. I know Rod does, and I know Tristan does too. But I mean, James, I took foods 1 and 2. He took 3 and 4. You know?
The nice part about James though too is like he doesn't want to be superior or better. He'll teach you. Like he'll literally teach us how to cook.
We could all make this.
And it's like it's all about just advancing each other and, you know, making everybody glow up.
Yeah.
100%. You ever dated a girl that was just like trash at cooking?
Oh,
she was like trying her best to give you like the best meal ever, and then like what did you do when you tried eating it? Did you just eat it, or did you say like, bro?
I don't think I had no one who was dummy trash though.
I was like seeing this girl back in like college days, and she was like super cool, super cute, like. You know, I was still finally like she invited me to her apartment for the first time. She cooked me dinner. She cooked me. I think might have told the story because it's the worst meal I've ever had. Cooked me some spaghetti, and it like literally tastes like water. I'm like, what makes me some spaghetti? And then the noodles were bogus. The sauce was just like from the jar sauce.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not knocking anybody like who does it that way because sometimes you can do it good. My mom makes it like that.
I'll be right back.
But this was so.
You got the napkins?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Literally so dookie.
You told her though, or you kept on eating? That's the question.
No, see, the thing is, it was so bad I couldn't eat it, and I did it in a polite way. Like, you know, I'm not never trying to be like super like disrespectful or hurt anybody's feelings. So I was just like, you know, I didn't eat it much. I ate a couple bites, whatever, and then just started talking. She was like, "You're not hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah." But before, and it sucked because before I was like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to get over there and eat." You know, and then during it, she was like, "Oh, you're not hungry?" I was like, you know, I just don't have an appetite. And she kind of caught on. I was like, "Oh man, I felt bad."
Yeah, my first girlfriend, she the first time she cooked for me, she made this chicken and like Spanish rice and made like this chili, but the chicken was the driest chicken I've ever had.
What was it? Condoleezza's rice?
Condoleezza's rice.
Spanish rice.
Yeah, but it was like a bless your heart type of thing. So I ate the whole thing, but we cracked up at how bad it was. Cause like it was just like, it was pretty hilarious.
And, you know,
Good times.
I know how to cook from scratch though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what can you make from scratch?
Like some pasta Alfredo.
You make the noodles from scratch?
So you make the Alfredo from scratch?
Yeah, you can easily do that. You can make some shrimp scampi. I never made noodles from scratch, but I can make noodles from scratch. Everybody took foods 1 and 2.
No, I made some noodles from scratch. It was one of those things at home where it was like, we got something to eat at the house. We had nothing to eat, but luckily, the running joke is I took these like food classes in high school, like foods 1 and 2, world foods and all that. So I know a little something. We had nothing in the house. We had a few eggs, so I literally made some pasta from the class, and then ate some noodles. Like took the eggs with the flour and all the ingredients, and like made myself some little noodles because I was that hungry. And spread it on a sheet. I didn't have one of those pasta pressers, so I took a pizza cutter and lined it into like my own linguine noodles. And it's crazy what you can do when you're hungry. It was my 17th time opening the fridge, and guess what? In that 17th time, I found something to eat.
Hey, that's how it be too.
That's exactly how it be.
It's looking in the fridge. What did I make? What did I make? Just staring, and then you're thinking about like as a math equation. And you eventually put something together that's delicious.
No, we're gonna save them.
Saved it.
Gotta go for that.
Teamwork.
Yeah, that's great. Was there any other classes that you guys loved back in high school?
Ceramics, that was my favorite. That's like one of my passions to this day is ceramics. When I have like my own house and family, I'm gonna have my own little ceramic studio so I can just workshop.
Oh, so that's what you guys call it? Ceramic? We call it tech ed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, tech ed. Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's crazy for me is, as I've gotten older, I realize how much I appreciate like civics. Because I really love like the history of things. I love the history of the world and like economics, the way the world is going now, and you can see like so many similarities in how whether the Romans ran things versus how we do it, and you start to like question like, wait, it's a history repeating itself. But when it comes to like physical stuff, I'm definitely in gym.
Do you think they should have mental health classes in high school?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely should. Not even necessarily just classes, but they should have like offer practices or offer like solutions or resources, so like young people understand the signs and how to recognize things and better ways of going about how to deal with their anger or issues at home, because I know a lot of people are dealing with so much more than they show at home, and a lot of people don't tell their friends, or they don't even have people they can trust, and typically when they do tell their friends usually throw it back at their face or like tell their other friends like, hey, you're just man up, you're not doing it, I can deal with it, but so you can too, but so it's like super different, it's just you got to give people the resources to be able to handle it.
I know, especially like in the black community, mental health is not talked about a lot. So I remember I was in Nina, we had a challenge day thing where MTV like came to our school and they talked about like certain things, and I got a talking to because I was laughing like at everyone's problems. They're like, one girl's, I'm Jewish, and the stereotype is that we have so much money, and I'm sitting there laughing like, Levante, you're not taking this serious. I'm like, I don't have lights at home. My power is off at home, and you're complaining that people don't think you have money. And I'm understanding like
you should celebrate
other people's. I'm understanding other people's struggles that aren't my own. But I'm like, bro, you should appreciate your life a lot more, because there's someone across the street, someone in your same class that doesn't have lights. There's no food in the fridge because we can't keep it on. So what am I eating? I'm only eating what I come to food with, or to eat at school. So if I'm making jokes about certain things, and it's like, a lot of people like take it more personal, but it's like, I'm trying to myself, feed off or get rid of the pain that I'm experiencing at home.
I feel like when you're young though, like it's hard because that girl's trying to cope with her own like challenges, and she's trying to figure out how she can express herself. And in the same way, you too. I feel like when you're young, especially, it's like, it's hard to be honest. It's hard to be open like that because you're still trying to create your identity and who you are, and like you're worried about being judged.
And we don't want to minimize other people's issues. Like some people deal with weight gain better than others. Some people deal with weight loss better than others. Some people deal with these issues better than others. It's like very important that you know, we just focus on our strengths. Like, you know, hey, this person is dealing with that and I'm dealing with something worse. So like, let that show you that you have strength within you and that you should be proud of for yourself and not minimize their inability to
You ever see that?
You
ever see that video of Kim Kardashian losing her earring in the ocean? And she says, my earring! And it's like, Kim, people are dying. So it's like, do you minimize her losing her earring? I feel like you do.
So I just feel like everybody, let me say something too. I feel like everybody handles things different. You know, I'm a person that everybody's going through something. Everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. And I think I look at it a view as like, I don't want to underestimate what you're going through, but I like you said, people handle better than others, and people, you know, I'm a person that, you know, I just push through. I don't focus on that negativity. Because I know if I focus on it, what's the point of it? You know, I just try to push through and put on that smile, you know?
Yeah.
So the black community doesn't really allow you, like, I don't know how your parents were with that, but like mine, it's like, I didn't understand what anxiety even was until last year. Now, mind you, I'm old. You know, I'm pushing 30. Now, I got a few years till I'm 30, so. But I didn't even understand what anxiety was. Yeah. I didn't even understand what anxiety was, and now I'm realizing like I have a lot of anxiety, you know, and a lot of like black culture, they brush it under the rug and they don't deal with it. So. Especially having it in schools, like any schools, like, and actually like dealing with it instead of like making people feel like a different sort of way about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that kind of really taught me how to be understanding and accepting of other people's struggle is like my relationship with my mother. Like, my mother was someone that has dealt with like depression and anxiety her entire life, and as I was growing up, I've always had this like personality that I push through. I get through no matter what. I find a solution, you know, like I'm a soldier about it, like I make it happen, you know. And then as I grew, I seen the smartest woman I've ever met become less and less herself. She just became a shell of herself. She started resorting to, you know, drinking. She started resorting to whatever, and you know, she really just became so soft. And like, I'm looking at her like, why aren't you doing harder? Even when we'd have conversations, I'd be like, Ma, you're better than this. And I'm realizing the more and more I told her that she's better than this, the more and more I made her feel like I wasn't an ally for her. The more and more I made her feel weak. The more and more I made her feel like she was doing something wrong. And then I got older, and then like I first had like my experience with anxiety or something like that was like depression, and I'm like, damn, I understand what she was going for. And you know, one of my biggest regrets now is that I wasn't more gentle and more soft and more compassionate and just didn't listen to her struggle, because at the time I didn't see her struggle because I didn't understand that people could, you know, actually feel things like that. So as I got older, as I got more gentle, as I got softer, you know, I understand that. So for me, like, I try to like, you know, stay clear of, you know, ever, you know, dismissing or minimizing anyone else's feelings, because you have no idea what they're going through.
And whatever you do know, there's always going to be way more that you don't know about too. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just hard to.
You ever experienced anything like anxiety, depression, anything like that?
Probably have. I just don't know how. Probably like how you're saying, you don't know the true definition of it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and this may sound a little hectic. I'm just more of I'm a tough love kind of person. Like, I just don't show emotion very well. You know, I'm not that good at opening up. Like, I don't like talking about my feelings. Like, when I tell my parents I love you, is like, I love my parents, but it's just like oh, I love you too, Mom. Like, you know, give me a hug. Oh, here's a hug, Mom. You know what I mean? But I love my parents, obviously. I love my family to death. But my brother is total opposite, because my brother's in school for a psychiatry, to be a psychiatrist and stuff, psychology. And then he explains to me, he's the total opposite of me, but we all come together. Like, it's just crazy. But the thing is yeah, he's all about, like, you need to connect with your feelings, be deeper. And it's just, to me, it's more of like, I just don't want to feel like, I don't want to play the victim role. I'm not saying that people are playing the victim role. It's just, I don't want to feel like I am a victim.
I think that's a lot of black household things. Mm-hmm. It's always, so my dad, it was we are very I love you family. You know, it's I love you after every time I call any one of my brothers, my sisters, it's I love you after. It's very much so that. So when we moved to Wisconsin, I was the youngest, and my dad had 2 kids, Levi and DeAndre, under me. He used to shake our hands goodnight, my whole life. When Levi was born, he would shake our hands but give him a kiss. and it was more like he understood like the power of, you know, maybe they need more love or things like that. Because, you know, you have all these boys and we're rough and tough. Like, the way our minds work different than a lot of people. Like, there's really no women influences in our life. So it's all man stuff. So when Levi came, he was giving them kisses goodnight. And I asked him, like, why we get a handshake? Yeah. And he gets a kiss. He was like, well, I'm trying to be better as a man. You know, and obviously when you're like 10 years old, you're like, you old. You're 40. What do you mean? You don't got much time left. But I mean, now at this age, I'm like, 40's not old, 50's not old. I think old is a mindset because you can be 20 and old. But I also believe like when I start seeing them, people enjoying their age, I think that's old. And I think there's a lot of beauty in that too, though. And so I said to the guy, you can't have salmon if it's not smoked. Anyway.
Alright, so you guys, the video cut out, unfortunately. Time got taken up, but we're back. But one thing I wanted to talk about was the physical health, you know, as well, you know. So we've been tracking each other's blood pressure. Here, James' mom gifted us a blood pressure reader. So we've been checking it quite frequently, and when I first checked it, like I was in, like the bottom number was in the hundreds, and I want to say like I actually got it low to 85 now, you know, so I'm really proud of myself, you know, that the fact that I saw it and you know, took initiative to take care of that. But, you know, I had one thing too with the black community, I feel, is we don't go to the doctor as often as we should. Last time I got a physical was for a sport. High school sport.
A decade ago.
Yeah. But, you know, I just signed up for some.
Decade.
I just got my health insurance card, you know, so I got some dental, vision, and you know, whatever comes with health insurance, all that stuff. Yeah. So I need to go find me a doctor and get checked up. You know?
Yeah, the doctor is crazy. I think the black community has like a thing with doctors, but I think, you know, we can build more trust, and especially at this age, it's like we need to be going or like focusing on what is in the near future for us as far as health goes, because hypertension and high blood pressure runs in the black community, so we definitely need to start
I feel like Asians too, though, because we eat a lot of rice.
We drafted you the first pick in the black draft.
I know.
The craziest thing about it is, and I was so annoyed this day, we were about to do like some scrumptious mukbang, and Rob brings down the blood pressure machine and makes a chunk use it, and the blood pressure was high, and everybody's like going crazy. So then which is very important, because we started like, I think like that same day or the day after, we started like this big like health kick, like after the mukbangs, we're going working out and doing things like that, like to get us more active and to get that down. And just in what, like 2 weeks, you've dropped significantly, and the goal is to keep going lower. Because I think I started at like an 89, and yesterday I checked and I'm at a 73. I never even thought to look at my blood pressure. So,
go check your blood pressure.
Yeah, go check your blood pressure.
Huge indicator. There's a lot of things that could go wrong if you don't get that checked. Yeah, aside from that, working out is huge for your physical health. Just change up your diet, drink a lot of water if you're not already doing it, go to the gym as much as you can. You don't got to be in there doing like, some Superman workouts, but as long as you're moving your body, I think that could be enough, just, doing something other than just chilling.
I think it's good to find a balance too, because I know for me, from going from being like really heavy when I was growing up to now, sometimes I can get kind of like obsessive about like what I'm eating and like exercising all the time, and if I ever like mess up on my eating regimen, it could just like kind of like affect your mental space. Yeah. So I think like there's a good balance that you could find where like you're not beating yourself up over eating a bagel and cream cheese and lox and just enjoying your life. If you're doing that all the time, though, of course that's not good. But I do think that it's important to find a balance. You don't just get consumed by just what you're eating all the time.
You can't go wrong.
Put a whole onion on top of that.
You can't go wrong with the Mizuki bagel. I'm surprised y'all left this here. Like James said he would take a bite of it.
I said take a bite of it. I mean, I would.
You notice how we kept the end, because that's the best way to cut it. Because then if you keep this, then if you cut it, and then this holds it together. I learned that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The slice and dice. But what y'all got planned for the weekend, man? I know you heading out to Dallas, and I think Tri's headed out to Miami, and
I don't know if I'm going anywhere.
I can't go for that.
No, I mean there's an option. We don't know yet. I'm chilling though right now. But we supposed to go. We gonna go paintballing, huh?
Paintballing today.
We might vlog that.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that vlog. This is a highly requested vlog from Snoop.
I've been
on it.
Also, y'all don't want to paintball? No, we promised we'd go paintballing.
He's been a little kid about it lately. He's
so I'm telling.
If he doesn't, if we don't go paintballing, he's gonna be mad at us. So we're gonna go ahead and go paintball. The grind never stops. You guys been wanting these vlogs, so we got y'all with them. Thanks Snoop for it because he's been petitioning for it with you guys. But ZCC family, we're about to end this off. Make sure you follow us on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. All at ZDCHunk. That is ZADDYCHUNK. And let us know what you think about this setup. We're going to try to add another person to it. Plus, we're going to do some stuff to the background as well. So stay tuned for that. But ZCC family, as we all know, the grind never stops until the ZCC gang is on top. Let's get it!
It's showtime, the whole place hopping. Stage rocking. This for those who stay watching for when my tape dropping. Long as the bass.